How do we get accountability?
You've got to have consequences for wrongdoing. So to get accountability, and it has to work from the bottom up as well as from the top down. It's very hard to get accountability going when the president of the country feels free to build himself an Nkandla and avoid 783 charges of corruption. It sets a bad example at the top. But you can set a good example at the bottom if you see corruption taking place and you blow the whistle and you report the crime, because corruption is a crime. Corruption is a fancy multisyllabic word, but if you want to break it down, corruption, especially in the public sector, is theft from the poor. Think about it. If public money is being siphoned off by tenderpreneurs, corrupt contractors, that is money that should be going to the poor, and it doesn't get there because it's lost to corruption. So from the bottom up, you report corruption when you see it, and you expect your policemen and your anti-corruption entities, of which there are already 13 in South Africa, the public protector,
I think a lot of people,
the police, and so on.
People think if they report it, nothing's going to be done.
That's the trouble. That is what feeds.
How do we change that mindset?
You've got to change that mindset by having effective anti-corruption machinery. And it's not as though we can't do it. When the Scorpions were around, and they basically got assassinated at Polokwane in December 2007, and eventually buried in 2009 when the law was changed. It took that long to change the law. Their setup was effective and independent. Unfortunately, the Scorpions didn't have what they call security of tenure of office. And if you have security of tenure of office, you don't get fired for doing your job too well. The Scorpions were completely disbanded, mainly because they were prepared to go after corrupt politicians.